The Godfather. Don Tommaso Tarantio has not touched foot on American soil since he semi-retired back in 1940. Don Tarantio turned over control of the global syndicate to his son Valerius. The Tarantio family has controlled much of the illicit vices of prostitution and drugs in Central Europe and Northern Africa for several centuries. But the bulk of the money the syndicate that the Tarantio family has controlled was also very instrumental in financing businesses. Developing and maintaining real estate has proven to be just as lucrative as their foray into the illicit vices. Because of their successes, the Tarantio syndicate was approached by the Lumiere to partner in the effort to dominate the civilized world. Up to now, the partnership has been running like a well-oiled machine. Don Tarantio was paid a visit to his home in Milan by Fritz Kahn. The two men have not seen each other in over 5 years, so the retired Godfather was quite concerned for the impromptu meeting. The two men have always shared a respectful relationship, but knew that the other was capable of treacherous deeds. The somewhat frail Don entertains Fritz Kahn in his art room. Kahn is amazed by two of the paintings hanging from the walls. "Each time I come here, I am even more amazed by these two paintings," remarks an awestruck Kahn. "Those are two of my most prized possessions. Alfredo and Paulino Verde captured two distinct moments in American history," replies Don Tarantio. Alfredo Verde's portrait depicts Christopher Columbus descending from the Mayflower, and Paulino's painting illustrates hundreds of Negro soldiers marching toward the U.S. Capitol after the Civil War. "Both are very powerful pieces of art, but I'm sure you didn't come here for that," concedes a leery Don Tarantio. "Can't get anything past you," admits Kahn. "My body is fleeting, not my mind," says Don Tarantio. "That being said, you are aware of your son's activities with the group of 8 men?" asks Kahn. "I am," responds Don Tarantio. "His group was responsible for the death of a family member of mine. I cannot let that pass, Don Tarantio," says Kahn. "Have you come here to ask me to sanction the murder of my son? Is this why my son is in an American prison?" asks an angry Don Tarantio. "I am not here to sanction your son's death, but he needs to pay for his part in the murder," responds a measured Kahn. Kahn knows that the Tarantio family carries major weight within the Lumiere, and he would rather not tangle with Don Tarantio. "Since you helped out my son in that prison, how does my son get out of prison?" asks Don Tarantio. "Your son will be given the choice to self-deport. He needs to take the choice," suggests Kahn. Don Tarantio is very bothered by the choice that he is being given. "You should have informed me before now," adds an irate Don Tarantio. "My apologies for not informing you," says a soft Kahn. "Mr. Kahn, I don't like this at all. But what's done is done. My son will receive safe passage back to Italy, correct?" challenges a calculating Don Tarantio. "Yes," Kahn answers. "Then I agree. But rest assured, if anything happens to my son, I will come out of retirement and destroy everything," proclaims a deliberate Don Tarantio.